Absolutely amazing track playing right here on the drive-through, and right now we're not alone. Rhea and I, we do have a special guest in the station with us, Murad Rayani. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Very excited. There's only 3 days, 11 hours, 48 minutes to go.
And you've been counting it. I'm sure you've been very curious about this, right?
Yeah.
Butterflies all over.
Yeah, lots of butterflies. Sometimes I wonder why I'm, trying to do something like this. But if you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound. Let's go all the way, right?
Absolutely. So you've been a social activist. You are a social activist, documentary filmmaker who spent years capturing the true pulse of the nation, and you're an independent MCA aspirant for Parklands Heritage Ward. Now, I have a few questions for you. Number one being, you're confident, all right? You've said this over and over everywhere, that you are confident in making Parklands Heritage a much, much better place to live in, work in, and settle in. What makes you believe you have what it takes?
Well, thanks, Jeet and Ria. It's great that Radio 4 are giving me this opportunity. I think it's very important that we start articulating the issues that matter to Parklands.
Mm-hmm.
My aim is yes, I'm confident. I'm confident in the fact that if we pull together, we can make a good change.
Right.
So I think my background as a filmmaker and journalist has equipped me with understanding the kind of situations that people face on a day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm.
So I filmed in the slums, Korogosho, Kibera, Mathare, you name it, I've been everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I've also filmed outside of Kenya, in Ethiopia, in Algeria. And what a lot of the work we've been doing is based on sort of looking at human rights issues and development. So having been a journalist and made films about these issues, I think I have a good understanding of what the problems are and an idea of how to solve them.
So basically what you're trying to say is first-hand experience. You've seen it for yourself. You haven't heard about it. You've literally been in the field. So since you know what the problems are, you're confident that you can tackle them.
Yeah, and I think I'm confident in the sense that you asked about me being independent. I think independent because I think we need new ideas. Independent because we need fresh ideas in order to transform Parklands. I think the problem has been, the party system,
mm-hmm.
as we know it, has kind of failed the people.
Mm-hmm.
So deliberately I've gone independent because I think Kenyans are tired. I walk around Parklands, I go to deep sea, I go to the flats, the apartments, the restaurants, and people are pretty fed up and they want to change. And I don't think they think that the change can come from the conventional parties and the conventional systems that we've experienced, so far.
Okay, understood.
What is your mission and vision for Parklands? And if you do get the term, what will Parklands look like in the next 5 years?
Well, my mission is that, let's make Parklands Heritage a model ward for Nairobi, for Kenya, and for the rest of the world. Why not? We've got the resources, we've got the people, we've got the ability. But very immediately, if you, the audience and the electorate vote me in, we've got some very specific ideas. One of the things is that Parklands Heritage doesn't have a residents' association,
right?
Which is very surprising because a lot of the other wards in Nairobi have them, and they're very effective
mm-hmm.
because they give people a voice. You can come together and you can articulate your concerns as one.
Yes.
The other thing we'll do is we'll put in a 24-hour hotline immediately. So if there's a problem with the sewerage, with the lighting, with security, we can try and deal with it. The other thing I think, the failure of leadership so far has been we don't listen to the people.
Right.
We don't give them a forum.
Right.
They come in, they get elected, they look for the votes, and as soon as they've got the votes, they disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I think, it's very, very important that, let's say, on a quarterly basis, we're meeting the people, and also that we're updating them quarterly in terms of what's been spent, how it's being spent. So that, that's all part of integrity and open leadership. I think going forward, we can plant many, many more trees. We'll talk about the environment, which is very close to my heart.
Yes.
But, why not? Public spaces, public libraries, safe places where the children can play. the environment and garbage doesn't just affect the poor people, it affects the rich people. So these are the issues that are very, and it's a global issue at the moment.
Okay.
It's the single biggest
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, regarding you being an independent candidate, I do have one question for you. Do you prefer staying independent in the long run, or will we see the possibility of political affiliation in the future?
Well, it's my first time, so I'm very green. So
Okay.
I don't know. I'm learning on my feet, but
All right.
I think having sort of stood independent and maintained that, we can work with people. I guess politics is about working with people, but I think the idea of it being independent is a strong one, because it removes the kind of partisan politics that have caused so many problems.
Indeed.
For the last 50 years or so, right?
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. In fact, you know what? We will be having more engaging conversations with Murad. Keep it right here. In fact, right now this is a Nameless with Coming Home, and I believe you are a huge fan of Nameless, aren't you? All right. Keep it right here in Radio 44. You can get in touch with us 0758 123 444. Send those questions in.